So I'm in H-Town, and I feel so much better here in H-Town. But a couple of things, because it's been a weird last 2 weeks. Like as everybody else has always a weirdness, but a lot of things going on. So this blog is about everything that I'm doing to, one, increase my immunity, thrive in business and in life, and show how to live longer. And so I do a lot of this experimentation, including talking about the 12 steps to go through the dark night of the soul and how I'm going through it. So in this one, it's just been kind of fun to share, but I have a lot of freaking allergies in Austin, and I know I'm not allergic to a dog, thank God, because I love Ellie to pieces, and if I became allergic to dogs, that would be one thing. And I just wanted to say, though, the allergies are very high in Austin, one of the things is you have to take a look at and always be evaluating, is your food medicine or is your food hurting you? And one of the things is, with all the stressors going on in my life, I wasn't paying attention as diligently in the last, I would say, month to 6 weeks of everything that I was eating. And sometimes I was in a very stress response scenario with a couple of situations that I'm in. You know what? First off, I have a lot of these extra features turned on because I am a content creator. So it's interesting to see. But ladies, just a piece of advice. Enjoy life for what it is. And if you feel so stressed out that you have to go check out somebody else's profile, leave. That's all I'm going to say. It ain't worth your mental health or agony. I prefer peace and inner peace. So anything that disrupts my inner peace, I have to evaluate, is it worth keeping or is it worth changing the story about it in my life? Whether it's like work situations, family situations, habits that I'm doing. And one of those habits that I have to look at is my use of gluten-free substitutes. So when I'm here in Houston, it's so easy, and it's actually easier just to go get some gluten-free bread and have it ready because it's book food. But the problem with that is xanthan gum is in toothpaste. It was in my Beachbody shakes. It was also in a lot of these other things like gluten-free cookies, since I have this love of the certain types of brands of gluten-free cookies when I'm stressed. And how I managed to stay in my jeans these last 3 weeks, my pre-COVID jeans, I'm going to attribute it to the fact I can do a 10-minute plank, because I actually took time away from the gym because I wasn't feeling great. And one of those things with the xanthan gum, and that's why I'm highlighting it, is it's very common for celiacs and other people with gluten sensitivities to have a reaction to xanthan gum. And you guys are going, what is this xanthan gum? And it's actually a filler or an emulsifier that they use because in flour, in gluten food, is a binder, and that's one of the things that we're reacting to for the people who can't. But overexposure to this, like, not even food, an additive. So the closer I get to true food, so going into places like Casa de Luz, which is beyond vegan. In fact, most of my friends will not like going there, but if you ever need to get your whole dose of vegetables in breakfast, it is the most awesome thing ever to start your breakfast with all of your vegetable servings for a day. And honestly, it's my favorite time to go is breakfast at Casa de Luz, because then I don't worry about did I have a shortage of vegetable intake that day. But, common symptoms and allergy, runny nose, hard breathing, swelling of the lips, but it's more than that, more than just the sneezing. I was having very weird skin reactions, and I'm trying to figure out what were these hives coming in. And also, in addition to that, I thought the Lyme was coming back, because one of the things that was having a very hard time with as a digital content creator is one of my Lyme symptoms, and I have to be conscious and aware of it, and is flashes. And it was flashes in one eye. So not only am I getting these flashes, but these flashes were kaleidoscopy. and changing colors and would come on. And so I had to really step back and do what I would call a list. And it's very good to keep lists, write down, and journaling is a very good thing to write down what are things. And the thing is, there's some things you can't change. You can't change who your family is, so you got to deal with it in situations like that. You can change work, and you can renegotiate work deadlines. That's doable. And then there's certain situations where if you're holding on to a resentment or a story, you just got to go, this is where I got to pass through that dark night of the soul, guys, because it's not worth my health and wellness to hold on to that story, and so let it go. So in Al-Anon, one of the deepest things that I'm going through is evaluating in my 12 steps what are some of my stress responses and why I respond the way I do to things. And then you just realize, okay, at least now I know why I'm stressed. I can change how I relate to that stress, because is it worth holding on to that, I would say, assumption or beautiful restaurant where I'm at, by the way. Very good food that I can actually eat. Yay! And coffee, lots of coffee. And coffee helps keep the flashes away. But yeah, when you change your relationship to the story you're telling and get rid of the assumptions that you're making, then your expectations change. And so you can have that. And if you need to renegotiate a boundary, you do that. And it's a program where I'm looking at it because it's like, giving up alcohol was actually relatively easy for me because it was related to health. But I didn't replaced that activity, which, by the way, alcohol is, as a chemical substance, is a natural way of reducing the body's anxiety for a shortened amount of time. So affecting your fight or flight response, which is anxiety. In my case. And so finding alternative ways to address my anxiety, especially when it comes up. And that's why I'm very active in this. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, why am I having this negative thought pattern right now that's anxiety inducing? No, not necessary. So you change it. And you change your relationship. And the thing is, it's like for me, if I maintain my health, if I maintain my boundaries, if I maintain and where I tell people, including people who were in my contract, that I am having some serious eye issues right now and I'm reacting and I need to find out what it is. And it was a simple habit that I wasn't realizing, and in my overindulgence of gluten-free food, and I now have to take a step back and cleaned up my diet, added a lot of Benadryl, and go back to a serious, clean, anti-inflammatory lifestyle, I'm good. So I get to be healthy and happy and strong. Dude, 10-minute planks, guys. I can hold a mainsail for a J105. And also fly the spinnaker and trim the spinnaker. So it's awesome, as long as I maintain myself. So doing the stuff to keep me well. And thank you for all the support, and thank you for all the commentary on the meme earlier that you can have fun without alcohol. That means a lot to me. So namaste, peace out, thank you, gracias. Have fun, y'all. Enjoy the holiday weekend. And watch what you're eating, watch what you're thinking, and make it the best life you can be so that you can perform at your best. That's what this Live Longer and Thrive vlog is about. And thank you to all the platforms who allowed me to be a content creator for this. I'll keep sharing.